Good morning, J community. So thrilled to be here with you guys today. My name is Steven. I'm one of the fitness managers from the Schwartz Riesman Center in Prosserman, JCC. Happy Friday, Shabbat Shalom. The weekend is almost here. The sun is finally peeking out. We have a very special segment for you guys today. So thrilled to be on here with you providing the introduction. I'd like to introduce Lisa Favre from Evive Smoothie. These guys are an amazing local company. Stirring up some great, awesome recipes, keeping Canadians right now on a nice health tip. Everybody, motivated to stay active. So Evive Smoothie has been an awesome partner for us. They've sponsored our events in the past, so we're really happy to have them on today for this great segment to give you guys some nice at-home recipes. And I know there'll be a discount code streaming along the bottom, so make sure you go online, you order. It's really healthy, tasty stuff. They joined us at Community Day at the J a few months back, and I got to try a few myself, and I was sold. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on Lisa. Lisa, how you doing this morning?
How about you? Hi, guys.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, you?
I'm great. It's so great to have you on. I know that our viewers are very excited to follow along at home and to get some inspiration that they can bring to their kitchen. So I know you have some great recipes planned. What's on the schedule for this morning?
So today we are going to make a tropical infused or tropical inspired smoothie bowl using Mango Passion Evive Smoothie wheel. And it's so easy to make and super tasty. This is one of my little guy's favorites.
I want wine.
You want that? So here we go. We're ready to start.
That's awesome. Enjoy. We'll be watching and following.
Awesome. Thank you. So, Steven, thank you so much for the intro. My name is Lisa. I am the founder of the food blog Fabulous Habits, but I am also a regular contributor on the Evive blog. This is my son, Leo. He always helps me out in the kitchen. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. He is 3 years old. He loves Evive smoothies. He calls them ice cream, which is great because there's always the great fruit, obviously fruit factor in it, and also a veggie factor, which he doesn't need to know. And in fact, you can make very good ice cream. Just make sure you visit our Evive Smoothie blog because there are all sorts of original recipes that you can use using our Evive smoothies, all of the wheels and the flavors. We're gonna link you below for a few of our recipes, especially one of them. It was my first recipe that I ever posted on Evive, and it is called the Samurai Smoothie Parfait. And one of the components of that parfait I'll be using for today's smoothie bowl. So I'm super excited. And also, as Steven had mentioned, it's yummy. I have a code, Fabulous Habits 15, that gets you $15 off your box. So
We do
make sure you use it because it's a really,
Stop
really good
it.
code.
But
So,
it's not me.
During this time of the year, during this time, I think we can all agree that all of us have been through a lot. And we definitely deserve... Where are you going, buddy?
I want to play toys.
You want to go play with your toys? Okay. So I'm going to continue the smoothie, and you go ahead and play with your toys, okay, buddy? So I think with everything that's been taking place in the world, we all kind of deserve that little tropical slice of heaven. So today we are making a tropical infused smoothie bowl. And again, I'm going to be using the Passion Mango smoothie from Evive. Super, super easy to put together. And speaking of these times, during these times, it's so important that we support local Canadian businesses. And that's why Evive is so heavily used in my household. It is a perfect breakfast solution. It's super easy, super healthy, and my kid loves it. And he is honestly one of the pickiest eaters I know. I've been surrounded by little cousins my whole life, and he is one of the pickiest of all the kiddos that I've ever had to cook for. So that being said, there's all sorts of fruits, veggie components. A lot of them have so much protein in it. I'm going to be linking down below for an article I actually wrote about picky eaters and how to introduce them to new foods. And that includes a lot of Evive's products that we've introduced to my little one so that he can get going with better eating and healthier eating. The wonderful thing about Evive is that with social distancing taking place, they deliver right to your doorstep, contactless. So it's made a lot of things easier for us. I often whip up smoothie bowls as a breakfast or a lunch. And like I said, my son absolutely adores it. I also got my husband hopping on the Evive smoothie bowl train. He's usually one for like meats and junkier food than me, but he's totally in on it too. And we just love it as a family. So definitely a great solution for you guys. Especially during these times, frozen is definitely the new fresh. So these keep in the freezer, they keep for a really, really long time. And you know, a lot of ingredients are just not as readily available as they used to be because shelves were just clearing out so quickly, especially in days of panic. But I'm so happy to have this option in our freezer all the time for a good meal for our family. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, for smoothie bowls, you're gonna wanna use an entire wheel. So the entire wheel has these 8 cubes. And what I like to do is, if you follow me to my sink, I like to run it under running water for a few seconds because it actually allows you to remove the cubes from its compartments quite easily. I'm just gonna open that up. And then it just like pops right out. It is so easy. And that goes in recycling. Okay. And then next, for your liquid component, whenever you're making a smoothie bowl, you don't want it as liquidy as a smoothie drink necessarily because you want to provide your smoothie bowl with a nice firm base so that all of your ingredients and your toppings can really just sit on nicely and makes for a really good photo op. So what I do is I take my favorite plant-based milk. I usually use almond milk, but oat milk is also a really good alternative. And you always want to take half a cup of that. I find half a cup with 8 Evive cubes is absolutely the perfect texture and the perfect consistency. So I'm putting it through the blender, but honestly, you don't have to. The perfect thing about Evive is that you can let it sit on your countertop in the glass you're about to serve it in for about 15 to 20 minutes max, and then you can shake it up. For this recipe's sake, I'm going to be putting it through the blender just so that it's as smooth as I can possibly make it and to just make it quicker for everybody here. So I've got one here. We're going to be making 2 servings because my husband will definitely want one, and the little guy is going to get his favorite flavor, which is usually Sapphire or Viva. So I'm going to lock that and start blending. So it blends very, very well. And it's getting that really good consistency that I was talking about where it's like a heavier base, but offers that thickness so that all of your toppings can sit on it really perfectly. And again, if you take a picture overhead from bird's eye view, you get a really good angle of all the toppings on your smoothie bowl. So after this segment, hopefully you're a smoothie bowl expert and you can show off to all your friends on social media. That should be good. Okay, and then for smoothie bowls, I also like, obviously you can use any bowl you want, but I wanted to make this all pretty for us. I like using shallow bowls so that it kind of spreads over and you have a lot of surface area to put all of your toppings on. So I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to pour it in. And that's seriously the first step. The smoothie bowl base is done. It is honestly that easy when it comes to using Evive cubes. This is why it's so convenient, and love the fact that it's local, love the fact that I'm supporting a fellow Canadian brand. It just means so much to our family to know that we're doing this for our community. So this is why we constantly have Evive in our freezer. Okay, so the next component to the smoothie bowl are pineapples. These ones are already cut into chunks. Yes, I did buy it from a can because, like I said, a lot of ingredients are just so hard to come by. So don't feel guilty about grabbing some fruits in cans if need be. Obviously, you can go fresh, but this also cuts down your prep time, which is essential when you have a hungry little 3-year-old boy. The next component, I'm gonna flip this back up. The next component to this is one of the blog posts that I'm going to link down below. It is the component that I was talking about from my parfait that I first made for Evive when I first hopped on their blog. And it is a vegan whipped cream. It is so easy to put together, and honestly, you're not going to want to go back to regular whipped cream once you learn how to make this. So all you need to do really is you need to get a can, and you have to make sure it's a can of full fat coconut milk. So I use this one. And you kind of have to plan this ahead because it does require chilling in the refrigerator overnight. So again, full fat coconut milk. And then what you do is the next day when you're ready to make the whipped cream is you take it out of the can, but you make sure you're only using the whole milk and not the liquid that usually gets dumped down at the bottom. So you take out the white part, you put it in a bowl, and then you can just either throw out the coconut water or use it for another recipe. And so I have it here. I've already started whipping it. So basically what you do is you start whipping it, and then you add in like a teaspoon of powdered sugar. You can also add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, anything to kind of like enhance the flavor. So I went for powdered sugar today. And then you just whip it with an electrical mixer for a few minutes. Mine won't take too long because I've already started whipping it as a prep. And then you're just kind of waiting for it to form stiff peaks as you would whipped cream. And that is the very easy steps to make vegan whipped cream. And like I said, we're gonna link down below to that blog post where we have the full steps. And also you get to try out the smoothie parfait that I made with the Samurai Evive Smoothie cubes. So double win there. Okay, so we've got our next component, which is the whipped cream. And then the next one I did in advance, but it's so easy to do. Honestly, it's just shredded coconut that I purchased, and you put it on a non-stick skillet, like a really small one. I used about 2 tablespoons here. And then you heat it up on medium-high on your stovetop, and you toss it around for about 2 minutes, and you keep an eye on it because you want the majority of the shredded coconut to turn a golden brown, but you don't want it to burn or anything. And it really just takes 2 minutes. You remove it from the heat, and then you can use it as one of your toppings. So now we have all the components done for our smoothie bowl, and that's really it. So we've got, just to go over it, we've got the smoothie bowl, and we got the pineapple, the whipped cream, and the shredded coconut. So let's put it together. Here we go. Okay, so we've got our smoothie bowl. I'm gonna grab a fork, and I'm gonna start putting the pineapple. So when it comes to fruit, I like putting them, I mean, this is purely for aesthetic purposes only. I am a food blogger, so I like having it look a certain way. But I like arching the fruits over on like one side of the smoothie bowl, just to give it that nice look to it. And I really pack on the fruit. Like, I am not afraid of putting all the ingredients because it really, like I said, it gets my son eating fruits, which is such a solution for us because we were having such a hard time before really getting into smoothie bowls and Evive smoothies as well. So it's been a fantastic discovery for our family for the past year or so. Okay, so you pile on the fruit. Just think you want an Instagram-worthy smoothie bowl, so you are not being afraid of piling on these fruits. And then you grab your vegan whipped cream. Now, what you could also do is you could scoop this into a piping bag and then pipe away. I'm taking the easier route because, again, sometimes you got a hungry family that's just waiting for breakfast to be served. And so you dollop it on. I think I'm going to put one in the corner right here. And then I'm going to add a couple more pieces of fruit. You could also add bananas to this, which I think would taste really great, but I really wanted to focus in on the pineapple coconut aspects to this recipe because, like I said, I really wanted it to be tropical infused. And then you grab your toasted coconut and you just have a blast with that. I find the toasted coconut really adds more texture and depth. And then with each bite you take, it offers a really good sweet crunch. Like, these smoothie bowls are amazing for people who have a dedicated sweet tooth. And I'm definitely one of those people. I think I'm gonna add another dollop of whipped cream right here. Let's see. And a bit more toasted coconut. And it's as simple as that. Honestly, it is so delicious. I am gonna take a big bite because why not? Make sure I get some pineapple in there. Oh my goodness. It might be snowing here in Montreal right now, but I definitely feel like I'm in tropical vibes. It's like a pina colada version of a smoothie bowl. So it is so good, and really it's just that easy to put together a smoothie bowl. Don't forget, Fabulous Habits 15 is the code to get you $15 off your first Evive Smoothie box, and they deliver, and it's local and Canadian and absolutely easy to put together. And check out our blog because we have all sorts of recipes beyond smoothie bowls. Think muffins, think overnight oats. You'll get all sorts of inspiration using these nifty little cubes. So enjoy, and I hope you liked this recipe.